G'day guys, welcome back to the channel, and it is finally voting day. This is for the Summoner's Choice Champion vote for pretty much, who we want to add to the contest in 2022. Last year the champion was Hercules, and it turned out to be a massive success. So there's a lot of hype around this. They set a very high bar with Hercules last year, and I'm sure they're gonna meet that high bar this year with whoever they're gonna add, because there are a lot of really hyped up champions and champions that a lot of people have wanted for years in this game. Just not looking at a few of them, like Beta Ray Bill, Bullseye, Quicksilver. Those are the main champs that people have wanted almost since the start of the game. There's also a lot of other great ones. So it is a tough decision. There's a lot more recognizable characters in this year's pool, and it was a tough decision, but I did narrow down one from each bracket that I'm going to vote for. So let's claim these selectors. So for the first bracket, it's between Armor, Danny Moonstar, Agatha Harkness, and Kushala. I didn't really know much about Armor and Danny Moonstar. I haven't really read those comics. But Agatha Harkness... Actually, no, let's start with Kushala. So Kushala is awesome. She was basically... so she's a Native American that she controlled the Ghost Rider and also became the Sorcerer Supreme. She's a really just badass character. And then the other one that I was tossing up between was Agatha Harkness. So I didn't know too much about her. Obviously, she was a big character in the Scarlet Witch story in the comic books and also in the MCU, and that's really where I fell in love with this character even more, from the WandaVision TV show. And Catherine Hahn played her really well. So I'm actually going to pick Agatha Harkness because I really want to see what they can do with this character in mcoc. I know a lot of people want Kushala in the game. I haven't seen too many people voting for Danny or Armor, but yeah, Agatha's going to be my choice here. And then for the second bracket, this is probably the toughest one. This is probably the toughest one because I've seen pretty much people voting for all four of these. Probably the least would be Bullseye. He'd be a great character to add. I'm a big fan of the Daredevil comics, and he's been a big character in those with Daredevil. He was also in the Daredevil TV show in season 3. So he'd be cool. Crystal is an Inhuman. She was she was part of the not great Inhumans TV show, but in the comics she's a great character, and yeah, it should be really awesome to see what they could do with her in the game. Beta Ray Bill, really close to voting for him because he wielded Stormbreaker in the comics. He's such a interesting, I don't know how to describe him, but he's a really interesting character. He has a real look about him, and he's such a big character with Thor in the comic books. I think they're probably going to be planning big things for him in the MCU. There was a bit of a teaser for him in Thor Ragnarok, I think. But I'm actually going to be voting for Zemo. So Captain America is one of my favorite heroes, not just in the movies, but in the comic books. Well, the movies sort of took him to the next level for me. And Zemo is one of Captain America's just arch rivals, and also the Avengers' arch rivals. He's such a powerful and cool character in the comic books, and I really like what they did with the character in the movies, in Civil War, and also in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They really gave him a lot of personality. And yeah, I'm going to be voting for Zemo because I think he could be really cool in the comics. I'd love to. In the game, I love to see what what they could do with him. I'd love to play him, see what synergies he has. I'd love to see another sort of big Captain America event like they sort of did with Red Skull, if they introduce Zemo. So that's my vote for bracket 2. And then the third bracket is also a tough one. So there's a lot of Spider-Man and Spider-Verse characters here. Spider-Woman, really cool character. I know a lot of people would be complaining about, it's just another Spider character, but that's really not the case. Like, she's so different to a lot of Spider-Man characters in the comics, and I think they've proven that they can do unique things with Spider-Verse characters. Spider-Man 2099 is nothing like any of the other Spider-Man we've seen, and also to a certain extent, Stealth Suit Spider-Man and Stark and Heart Spider-Man, they were their own thing. And I think they could definitely do that with Spider-Woman. Hobgoblin would be awesome. He's basically Ned Leeds' arch-villain character to Spider-Man in the comics, and they sort of teased that in Spider-Man No Way Home. If you haven't seen it yet, I won't spoil it too much, but yeah, he'd be pretty cool. But it's really between Quicksilver and Prowler for me. So I've seen all the X-Men movies, and also he did show up in WandaVision. He was original, or not an original Avenger, but he was one of the first Avengers actually, after leaving Magneto. And we don't really have someone in MCOC with super speed. And I know Kabam said they, like in the past, they had trouble designing a character for Quicksilver because they just didn't have the right capability. They didn't have the capabilities to do it. I think they said they do have those capabilities now. Otherwise, why would he even be in the poll? So it was really close. I almost Quicksilver, but I'm actually going to be voting for Prowler. So he's such a menacing character just by the look of him, and I think they really nailed his look into the Spider-Verse movie. It's one of the reasons why I really like that movie. But also in the comics, he's such a huge menace to Spider-Man, particularly Miles Morales, and it'd be really cool to see what they do with him in the game. So yeah, that's going to be my third vote. And I know this was a bit of this video is probably a bit longer than I thought it would, but there's so many cool champions. I want to see all of them in the game eventually, and I think we will. But and I don't really have a number one pick. It's between those three at the moment, but let me know what you guys voted for in the comments below. After this video, I'm going to use these selectors to cast 3 more votes for each champion. And yeah, I might make another video for the finals, but I'm not sure yet. But apart from that, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.